Okay, it says we are live. That light is just a little too bright. Let me change that. Ooh, that's too much. Let's try to. Oh, I know what my problem is. Hang on. My other light's not turned on. Pardon me. There we go. That lights up the room better. And I just lost my camera. And let's see here. Give me a second. Oh, fun stuff. Camera. Nope, not happy with that one either. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I see the problem. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's get the camera set up again. Yep, that's the right one. Now, why isn't it coming on? Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, that camera's working. And let's see if we can switch back to the other camera. My goodness gracious. All kinds of camera issues tonight. Bear with me. May have to trace some cables here. See if it got unplugged when I was trying to turn that light on. Reset it. Plug it back in. Yeah. There. I guess all it took was just to reset the camera. Oh, goodness gracious. Good way to start, huh? Yeah, I couldn't figure out why it was so weird, the lighting. And then I just realized I have a LED light that kind of bounces off the ceiling and kind of gives you some better ambient lighting, I guess that's the way to put it. And so trying to get that, that's what the problem was, because I have a little lamp over there with a regular daylight light in it, and it's a little too weird. Of course, what you're seeing also too is my screen is reflecting off my glasses, and I can't help much about that either. I can bring the intensity down a little bit. I think I should do that, but display settings here. Turn the brightness down a little bit. And see if it does that. Nope. Cannot do it there. So let's see here. We'll play around some more here. Nobody on there out there in the chat world yet. So let's see what's going on here. Oh. I don't want input signal. I want, oops. I want to get the lighting down here. Brightness, there we go. And let's turn that down a little bit. That might cut down some of the glare on my glasses a little bit, and it cuts down the glare on my face as well. The screen. I don't really like a bright white screen. I like a darkened background. Personally, I've never been messed around with this thing too much. Okay, I apologize. I did put a preview out. I know it's not my Wednesday, it's Thursday again. That's because I may have to stick with Thursdays for a little while. I have an early morning meeting on Thursday mornings. I mean early. So I'm up after between 6 and 6:30, and staying up late on Wednesdays. Just by the time you relax and get to sleep, it's a short night. So that's the way it is. So for a little while, I'll be on Thursdays around this time, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so if you haven't read the comments, welcome. If you're new, please email me your information, your real name, your YouTube name, your shipping and PayPal information. The email's in the chat, but it is I can put it on the screen as well if that's helpful. But I think it's just this. And make sure you're in on the live chat, not the top chat. I know some people get that. It automatically goes to top chat for some folks, especially on computers. Not so much on phones, but on computers, on laptops, things like that. It tends to go automatically to top chat. I don't know why they do that, but they do. So make sure you click on live chat. I do invoicing through PayPal, although I have other options. So if that's something that works better for you, you have to let me know in advance or in the email, and we'll arrange it that way. I can do Cash App and Venmo and Zelle and what's the other one I'm forgetting besides PayPal. I know there's another one. Anyway, covered all those. Okay. So once the bidding is done in $1 and $2 increments, $1 increments, up to $10 or more. After $10, we do ask you to bid in $2 or more increments. I didn't put that in the chat. I usually do too. Oh well. Anyway, and so once I post sold in the chat, the item is sold. Of course, there are always those that snipe and try to get it in there before I post it sold, and that's okay. It just means we continue the bidding. So if there was multiple items, I'll kind of explain when that happens. But often when I have multiple items, it's just do a buy it now kind of thing. So let me see here. You may have got a glance at the first things I'm going to be showing here when I was messing with the cameras. A lot of jewelry as usual tonight, but I do have some collectibles and some purses and some teddy bears and one piece of Fenton glass. If you're a fan of Fenton. And let me think, what am I missing? I know I'm forgetting something. I guess that was it. Oh, I got a couple collectibles as well. So we'll kind of intersperse that tonight with different things as we go. So I'll start off with, maybe some non-jewelry stuff and then get over to jewelry later. If it's silver or gold, I will let you know. I know I have some silver items tonight. Most of it's silver plate, not solid silver, not 925. It'll be marked 925, but it's because it's silver plated 925. I'll explain when the time comes. And I have one ring that's marked 14 karat gold GF, gold filled, I guess they call it. I have my doubts about it. I'll explain when that time comes as well. A lot of earrings, some necklaces. May have one or two bracelets. Sorry I didn't have a whole lot of sample in the preview. I was just kind of throwing it together really quickly to make sure I got it out there. But that is the way it is. Don't be afraid to talk in the chat. And I know a lot of folks out there in the auction world know each other, which is great. I know quite a few of them myself, and we do tend to attend some of the auctions as well. So let me see here. I do have an eBay channel. I don't have much out there right now. I gotta spend some time posting some stuff out there. There's not a lot of jewelry out there. I had some a while when I had the estate stuff, but most of that got pulled. And so that is non-existent, pretty much non-existent. I think I have a few pieces out there. I think I have a silver bracelet and a couple of items like that. At least it's still back out there. And we'll go from there. So more about what we are for you if you're new. We're up in the northwest corner of Vermont, about an hour from the Canadian border, about 45 minutes from Lake Champlain, and about 2 hours from Montreal. So maybe a little less. I put some new roads in, so it's a little faster. Let me see. Yeah, I'm up in the rural areas and the mountains. We've been doing this for a little while now, and I've been on eBay for a few years, I guess it is, and kind of switched over to doing both eBay and the auctions. Have not gotten to the whatnot thing yet, but I know some folks are into that. What else you need to know? Oh, I need for those of my similar attendees. I am way behind on some of at least two of the invoices. One is on purpose because I believe that the person asked me to wait until I heard from her before I send the invoice out, and I'll be doing that probably this week, I suspect. The other one is one I couldn't believe I just completely overlooked, and those items are sitting in a box and I didn't catch it. My room is a mess and unorganized, and I usually have it all written down, and just somehow things got messed up. So, so I owe at least 3 invoices out there to folks, I think. And if there's more than that, please email me and remind me. But I think I'm good on that. So I apologize for my end of this. My lame excuse is we got a new puppy. Hey, Marlene. Oh, cute, cool. Okay, Marlene, have a safe trip. Drive careful. Assuming you're driving. So what was I saying? Now I forget. That's the way it is when you get old. So like I say, I was late on invoices. I guess that was it. So yeah, we got out there on eBay. Please feel free to go out and poke around our store. I have a ton of collectibles I'm sitting on. I'm looking at right now here and there, old magazines and old movie stuff and comic books. You wouldn't believe how many comic books and vinyl albums I'm sitting on right now that I need to get out there. As some of you who've been following me in the past know that we had an estate stuff that we were selling for quite a while. And thank you everybody for those purchases. It was really helpful. I think there was something else I wanted to bring up, and I can't recall. I got to start writing this stuff down. Alrighty, now let's get started. I've already been yakking for way too long. So we switch cameras here. We'll go to my little table and show you the first items of the night. I was toying with, pardon the pun, toying with the idea of what to do with these, whether to sell them as a batch or individual. These are the Thai Beanie Babies. They're from 1998, 1999, and 2000. I think they're mostly just like this one's Nook the Husky, Peanut, some Peanut's an elephant, yeah, and Sweetheart and the orangutan. They're all in the original packaging. Struck the rooster and Nuts the squirrel. So they're all stuffed animals, and they're all in the original packaging. And I know people collected them for a while when they used to go to McDonald's. And these are in good shape. I'm going to apologize right up front, though. There's a slight smell. I think the person that had these was a smoker. So it's a very, very slight smell of and I didn't even try to wash these or anything. I just left them the way they are. But I think that you can clean that up, I think, without too much difficulty. But so what to do with these? That is the question. I'm more inclined to sell them as a batch. So I'm going to say 5 Donald toys, new in package. Oops, must have a typo there. From 1998 through 2000. We'll start these at $12. all the whole thing. I think, does that work right? No, that's not. Yeah, $12. Yeah, that works out to. Let's see. Well, I was going to say $3 a piece, but a little less than that. It was $3 a piece would be 15. So, so that works out to $2 and something a piece. If anybody's interested in McDonald's toys, we'll start them there. And then we'll go on to the next item. I have some Vermont teddy bears. I have one Fitz and Floyd thing. I actually got a couple Christmassy type things. Well, Christmas. My wife's already started Christmas shopping, so it made me think maybe I should throw a few things out there that are Christmassy. So we'll get started on that. But anyway, so there's there's the you see this Nuts the Squirrel, Strut the Rooster, and they still have the tie. They're all tie Beanie Babies. This is the orangutan, and I didn't look these up. I'll be honest, I didn't even look them up. There's the elephant, and there's the husky. So, okay. Alrighty. What are we going to start with next? I think we'll go with some jewelry. We'll start right off with some jewelry. After this. Oh, excuse me. I'm yawning in public. I'm sorry if you hear that. Like I said, Thursdays is an early day, so it makes for a long day for me, but I'd rather do that than trying to get a short night of sleep. So, okay. All right. Well, no interest in those, and that's okay. Pass on those. Everybody sees. Again, I always say, and people do take advantage and email me and say, "Hey, I saw this. I watched the video later, or I didn't catch the beginning, or whatever." And I'd like to, get those toys, those things. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. We'll start off with some earrings. Let me bring the camera down. Get a good close-up shot. These are post-style earrings. They're in silver in color, but these are not silver. They're just silver tone. But they got little, if you see that inside the little cube here, there's like a clear crystal kind of a shape. And let's see if it shows better like that. If I bring the camera up and show you how they hang, give you a better idea of the feel, how they look. So I'm going to call these the silver tone cube earrings. We'll start these at $5. I did not see a name on them anywhere. Their backing is this one of those little plastic little rubber things to hold the stud on. But I didn't see any kind of a name on there. Sometimes there is, but I'm going to say they probably aren't. And if that'll focus, that'd be nice. There we go. And you can see the little stone in there, or the crystal in there. Kind of a pyramid kind of shape to it. Excuse me. For those that have allergies, and you know what you have for allergies, right now in Vermont, we're approaching the peak of ragweed season. My worst allergy. It used to be hay. Timothy used to be really bad for me. I was literally, when I was a kid, carried out of a barn, unconscious. And that's when I found out that I was allergic to hay. But I went through the shot therapy and everything like that, so that's been a big plus for me. And it helped with that. And a lot of the other grasses as well, as it turned out. I still have some allergies, but not like I had. I don't even carry an inhaler anymore. So, all right. Let me see here. What's going to be next? Trying to alternate a little bit here with the different things. I don't have a whole lot of necklaces tonight, so I'm going to have to say that. Oh, I didn't know there was a clip. I actually have some clip earrings I just realized I grabbed. Huh. That's interesting. Didn't realize these were clip earrings. I grabbed them. I just grabbed them because I saw them, and they're signed and everything too. Huh. Interesting. I know what these went for originally. The price is still on them. But unfortunately, these are not clip rings that I can convert to anything else. But yeah, I want to show them anyway, out of curiosity. For anybody who's interested, we'll pass on these earrings. Anybody curious what I'm talking about? Let's use this side. They're signed. They're SusanBellows.com. Suzanne Bellows. The original price was $14. And they're made from silk. It says, according to the tag on the inside, all jewelry pieces are original creations of hand-painted silk mounted on vinyl polymer door and treated for scuff and water resistance. The dyes used are permanent and will not fade. The silk can be cleaned with a gentle cleaning solution, and so on and so forth. So more about the maintenance of the earrings. But like I said, there's the card they were on, and they are a clip earring. But this is interesting. Let's get that little foam piece right there for the clip. I think I've seen that very often in these things. And you can see it's signed. So there are people, I guess, that still wear them. There's a clip on the back, and then it's got this little bead on the end of it. So actually, let me just stay on the. Put it back on the card because you can actually see it better on the card. It doesn't cause it to go sideways. Would anybody be interested in something like that? I didn't know. But I'm going to call these Bellows earrings, clip earrings. Make sure I just grab that. Oh, we'll sell them at $5. Same as the others. Like I said, some people still wear them. Don't like to have the ears pierced or whatever, but can't say it's that blame. I think I'd be too squeamish to get my ears pierced. Okay. We'll show what's in one of the things that was in the preview. There was a. Okay, we're going to pass on that. Like I said, I was going to leave it up there. Just more of a curiosity item, I think, than for me. Put that out there. See if there's any interest. Clip earrings. I do have a lot of clip earrings that we got that I've never really tried to sell in the past. So, all right. All right. So this is the Boyd's Bear. This is Baby's First Christmas. It's an ornament. I priced this thing. I was surprised. It's from 2014. Not that. Am I reading that right? Hang on. Print is really tiny here. Let me get my loop to make sure I'm getting that date right. It's either 2004 or 2014. I thought it was 1990, but no, 2004. Okay. Brand new in the box. Still has the little plastic insert in there and everything. We'll start this at $7. And you see the date was on the bottom right there. Boyd's collection, void stuff. Baby hugs. That's from the Bearstone collection. Celebrating 25 years. Really? Trying to get that to focus. There we go. Baby's first Christmas. You can see. Really cute. Okay. Peruse that item. Let's look for the next one. Okay, I think this. I'm trying to find a way to display these earrings better. These style of earrings are much more difficult to display. I'll show you why in a minute. I think I can get them to display on this thing. I will do it. There. Okay. All right. Well, interested in that. We will pass on that. Earrings. What did I just say? Oh, yeah. Earrings. So, it's a nice pair. Oh, boy, they're kind of washed out. Let me see if I can turn that down a little bit. That's going the wrong way. There, the stone is pink. It is pink, pink, pink. I mean, and it's getting washed out in this light. No matter how much I try to kill that, I just can't get that the pink to show up nicely. This is one complaint I have about this camera. It does have a tendency to wash things out. I'm going to take it against my hand in a minute. It's probably the black that's doing it. Pink stone, crystal. Not stone. Crystal earrings. We'll start these at $6. And let me get it off of there and show you it on my hand. I think on my hand it might look nicer and get the color to come out better. Maybe not. Yeah, that is really, really bizarre. How that's just not happy with the color. It is just washing that out like crazy. There's the style of earring it is. It's those, open like that. Just so you know. And I wonder if I could do that against a different color. Or against a different backdrop. Throw in the camera, try to trick the camera here. Let me try something. See if that works. It's a bright color. Oh, that did help a little. So against the white backdrop. And sometimes I know putting it against the color backdrop can make a difference too. Let me see what I did with that. Whether it is. Oh, I see Chris at 6. Hey, Chris. Here were the ones I was waiting to send stuff. I will do that soon. I think this week. My understanding. Boy, I just washed out even worse. Against the white worked better. Okay, so that came out nice and pink. As you can see, there's a silver tone. I don't think this, and I can't. Let me see if they're magnetic. They're not magnetic. No iron in them, but they are pink, and it's a much deeper pink than what you see. It is, but yeah, my apologies at the beginning of the video here, but okay, so we'll say going once to Chris. Oops, get that comment field going right here. Going once. Come on. Computer's a little glitchy tonight. Twice. Last call. Let me get a bag to put those in. A whole bunch of bags here somewhere. There they are. And sold to Chris for $6. Thank you, Chris. That's the name on the bag. At least I'm organized in that way. I keep my name, at least I write things down. I know who's got what. I usually put a date on it too, so I know what week or what auction it's from. Okay. In fact, I just moved your box of stuff out of this room into my staging area, I guess you want to call it. Tonight, just to make sure I take care of it. Oh, goodness. Okay, what are we going to show next here? Oh, I better write that down too. That's right. Tell you what, we'll put up. Let's go with the first teddy bear of the night. I'm going to have to bring the camera up and back, probably, to show this guy. He's a big guy. He's a Vermont teddy bear. I'll leave him up there for a second while I write this down. First today. Wow. Summer's getting to an end. So he's a nice little purple bow tie here. He even still has the book. Love, cherish, and share, it says. Home of the great American teddy bear, handmade in Shelburne, Vermont. That's about 40 minutes from me. Vermont Teddy Bear Company. And it's got a little booklet, probably about how to take care of them as well. They do repair. They actually have a bear care or bear hospital that you can send it in if it gets damaged, and they will. This one's an articulating one, both legs and both arms. And there he says right there, Vermont Teddy Bear Company. It's a tannish color with a purple and green tie. I did not try to clean him, but he seemed to be in pretty decent shape. I didn't see any, maybe, oh, he's got a little dirt on his feet right there, probably from wherever he was stored. So I apologize for that. But let's see. So what color would call it? I guess I'll just call it a tan Vermont teddy bear. We'll start him at $9. Now, if you went to Vermont Teddy Bear and you can make your own bear, you're talking, I think it's $40 or $50 to make your own bear. They stuff them with recycled material, and they're pretty, conscious about what they use for materials and stuff. I'm sure the booklet here says a lot about it, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. This one's called the Complete Companion. I'm not sure why, but okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they're not an inexpensive teddy bear by any means. But like I said, this one uses a little gentle cleaning on the bottom of his feet for some reason. I don't know why they are, but that's about it. He otherwise seems to be pretty clean. His ties, good shape. I think he was just stored in a really straighten his tie. Stored in a box, probably, I suspect, where he came from. So, I did look them up. They still are asking some pretty crazy prices for them out there on eBay World. And I said, I have one more Vermont teddy bear tonight. He's a little more rare. Oh, that's not the right word. I wouldn't call it rare, but he's certainly not common. I guess is the best way to put it. And I have another one from a different company out there as well. So, I see you at 9. Thank you, Chris. We will say going once, going twice. Oh, excuse me. I guess my allergies. Let's go. And sold. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Chris. All right, put that safe place. Time for some more jewelry. I have a really, 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 really long necklace of stones, and they are stone. Guaranteed they are stone. These are Amazonite. I think. Let me measure this thing. I think it's got to be close to 30 inches. Yep. And it's just my tag to keep remind me what the stone is. Let me bring the camera in closer and down. So 30-inch Amazonite stone necklace, or if you really, really wanted to, you could repurpose it, take the stones and make something else, or make it smaller, whatever, if you're so skilled. I'm going to start this at $9 also. This, I think, may have been something we had in our jewelry business 30 plus years ago. That's my guess, but I don't remember where we got it. It's that old. Been kicking around for quite a while. So if you want to see what they look like up close, that's what Amazonite looks like. And I think it's just on a typical jewelry necklace thread. So, all right. Okay. What next? I am going to put a couple purses up tonight. I think I've got a couple that are kind of interesting. And I think that this one is, I believe this next one, this thing I'm going to show is handmade, I believe. It is really well made. I didn't see a name in it anywhere. And okay, no interest in the necklace. We will pass on that. Amazonite. And we've got this cloth purse. I'm going to get the camera up a little higher so get a better view of it. Let me get this off the screen. See if I stand it up like that, be better. So it gives you an idea. My hand's a pretty good sized hand, but gives you an idea of what the material is. I'm confident in saying this is probably handmade. We'll start this at $6. So there's the inside. It has 4 sewn-in pockets on the inside. Pretty rugged hand. I mean, it's like double material. It's really thick. And it's the same thing with the edging on this. So what they this has got you can see the way they sewn that in there for decoration. Yeah, I think if I put it like that, that actually does it more justice. Put it in place. There. Bring the camera up. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We're going to get some jewelry again. I'm just trying to fix one thing here that they telling me here. I don't know why they mounted somehow. They do this in a very strange way. It's frustrating too. I had a whole bunch of stuff. You know those little rubber things that go in the back of the earrings that kind of keep them, especially like with the shepherd hooks, that keep them from falling off the card or falling off your ear or whatever. I had a whole bag full of those, and I cannot figure out what to do with it. That's how disorganized this room is. I know I had it in this room at one time, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay. Alrighty, no interest in the bag. That's fine. Pass on that. And that side. Some jewelry. I'm throwing things around here. Okay, some earrings. So some earrings. Ooh, the camera's moving. Okay. Yeah, I just, like I said, I came a small bag. Across a small bag, I have all kinds of various stops and stuff, but I don't have a. All right. Silver and white earrings is the best way I can describe them for me. And we'll start these at $5, I guess. They're silver tone. I don't think they're not marked. Use the back just so you can see the back. Sorry for the glare. There we go. They're looks like about almost 2 inches in length. They're a shepherd's hook earring. Probably could use a little cleaning. Yeah, when we had the jewelry business, we had things pretty well organized in bins and all that kind of thing. So it was, and I do have those bins still, but they're gotten a little less organized over the years. So I guess I hung those in 2 different holes or something. Looks like that's why they're hanging differently. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I do have some really different things tonight. I say different for me, compared to the last several auctions. But let's do this stuff first. Let me do this next here, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Okay. We will pass on those. And we'll go to a necklace. Camera up. Actually, it's a set. A necklace and earring set. It's black and white and some silver trim. There's the earrings. Why does this a number on there? But anyway. Black and white necklace earring set. We'll start this at $7, I guess. That seems not bad, right? So we'll show you the up close the earrings. I honestly don't know what I think the material is acrylic, but you know, there's the silver trim I was mentioning, and then the lobster claw clasp there. No markings on this anywhere that I could find. And then the necklace has got 3 strands of that same material like the earrings have. And I would guess that's about 18-inch. Probably in that. I don't know if that number is in there. The necklace and earring set. Okay. Let's jump to. Remember, if you were at the beginning of my video, I mean, maybe most of you weren't. I did mention I'll have sort of Christmassy related things, a couple. This is gonna be the first one, and I didn't know much about this particular item. I had to look it up, but apparently it had candy in it at one time. And I think it's from the let me say it's from quite a while ago. Let me see if I can find the date on it. Well, I'll leave that up there for a second longer. Why do I? Yep, I was guessing about right. Okay, so we will pass on this one. Oops, my camera moved. Sorry. Oh goodness, throwing things around. All right, the camera's moving again. Stay put. There. I guess it's time to get a new tripod. All right, pass. Okay. I got a Grinch tin box with a plastic handle. I'll show it all here. Let me bring the camera up and see if I can get it to stay up this time. And there we go. Actually, you know what? Maybe it'd be better to do it standing up like this. And then you can see it better. There, that's better. It had candy in it, apparently. But the year, I guess this was in the year 2000. Now we'll select this at $10. That sounds reasonable, I think. Did look it up. I had to look it up because I didn't know. So this tells you why. You know, it had nutrition facts on the bottom. Sugar, corn syrup, citric acid, blah blah blah. And item number 396, packed by the Frankfurt Candy and Chocolate Company, Philadelphia, PA. So that's the front. Side. The back, or maybe that's the front. Maybe that's the back. I don't know. And the bottom with the information on it, and the handle that, and the inside. There's this, being 25 years old, it's actually in not bad shape. We get some minor typical corrosion, if you want to call it that, or whatever, on the edges, on the very, very edge. But the inside's very, very clean. No staining. The latches works well. See that? And it doesn't want to focus. There we go. So, and there is that Grinch. Okay. Let me get the next item going here. We'll do this. And I see, I'm trying to alternate between the stuff I have that's not jewelry and jewelry. So give you a little variety tonight. All right. Nobody interested in the Grinch metal box little container? Not a problem. That'll be an eBay item for sure. Okay. We got a pair of stud earrings. Camera down again. It's not going to focus well, is it? There we go. It's a gold tone, rose gold tone on the thing, and I'd say that what's in it is a clear crystal. So oops. That's what I want. Let's try that again. Rose gold stud earrings. We'll start these at $6. And get rid of that other message on the screen. I'll bring it up close so you can see it better. And gold tone. I think I'm going to take one off just to show you against something other than that brown tone. Sometimes against, they say, I've discovered that sometimes this looks better against a different background. And I didn't see any markings on it, but this gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, put it back on the card so I don't lose it. And I've done that before. I dropped the backing, and especially when those backings are really tiny. Those aren't. Okay. They're not really gold, I should say. They should have gold tone, rose gold tone. You know, I'm doing the best I can here. Okay. Next item. Try to decide here. Oh, yes. I don't know if you have any glass collectors out there. We're going to see a minute here. Okay, we will pass on these. And aside. This is Fenton glass slipper. It is marked Fenton. We'll start this at $8. I did kind of look it up, so I'm giving you a good deal, I think here. This is kind of the average price that people are trying to get for these things, and so it is this. You can see it's got some painting on it, hand painted. It looks like, I would guess, and that is a guess. I really don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it is hand painted, and it's marked. Oh, right there. Huh. Hand painted by J.M. DuPont. There you go. And there's the Fenton mark right there in the middle. So that's cool. Huh. I didn't know it was signed. That's the first. I looked at the Fenton mark and I totally ignored that writing on the bottom. So maybe this is worth more than I thought. I have no idea. But it's an excellent shape. I did not. What I do with glass like this is I run my fingers all over it and then to feel for any cracks or damage, and I don't feel anything. It's in great shape. Here's repainted on the back. Cute, huh? So you can get an idea of the length of it is can't be too large. Looks like I would say just shy of 5 inches. Looks like in length. I'm calling it a slipper. It's really a shoe. I guess you got a heel on it, so. Guess I'm thinking Cinderella, right? Okay. Okay, next piece of jewelry. I just had that. Now I missed it. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I come across pieces I could swear are silver. I just didn't have the time to test them. And these are ones that I was. They're not magnetic, but they're not. I don't think they're. I don't know what they are. To be honest, I guess we'll find out shortly. I put them on the card backwards. Oh well. All right, we'll pass. No collectors of Finton out there. That's okay. And let's do a pair of earrings. These have a my goodness. I'm trying to get these to show the way I want them to show, and I keep messing them up. There we go. And that is showing the color pretty well. It is these little green crystals all around the edge with a darker one, and it's not green in the center, but I'm going to call this the green and silver tone. It's not magnetic, so but I didn't, like I said, didn't get a chance to test it. So earrings, we'll start these at $6. Let's bring it up close so you can see it's the style, that style of earring, and that center piece is kind of like it is green, but it's not. It's kind of a muted green, I guess I'd call it. It's once the crystals around the edge of it are really, really pop. And then the back. Show you the backs. They clean like silver, but it could be just silver plate. I don't know. Silver polish does an interesting thing. You never know for sure if you really clean silver sometimes. But it works on everything, a lot of things besides silver. So, but, they really do catch the light nicely, and they're not very big or heavy. Let's see if I can get that light correctly here. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, and last week, maybe the week before, I had some stone pendant points, and I have some more this week. Okay. Whoops, I didn't see. Sorry, Cassandra, I clicked on the wrong thing. Yes, the glass slipper. Yes, Cassandra. Hey, nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Excuse me. Let me just post that in the chat. Sold to Cassandra. Glass slipper for, what was I asking? $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Consider it done. Let me write it down while I leave those pair of earrings up. I was thinking of you yesterday. I was in a shop. I had some music boxes, but nothing that I found particularly thrilling. But it made me think of you because I know you bought a couple from me in the past. Okay, well, no interest in those earrings. That's fine. We will pass on those. And let me see. Oh, yeah, the blue teddy bear. This guy, I apologize, he's a little dusty. His tie is, I'm trying to get some of the dust off of him. Hey, it is vintage dust here after all, you know. But the color of this bear is just, he's fully articulated, so I can sit him up really nicely. And bring the camera up. I dare to look this up. We'll get some better light on him. Let me turn that up. There. You can see he's got, even his eyes are a little bit on the blue side. This is blue, blue, blue. Vermont teddy bear. So I want to call him the blue Vermont teddy bear. I'd say we'll start him at $10. Like I said, he's other than the tie being a little dusty, I think the rest of them are in pretty good shape. There is the Vermont teddy bear tag. I don't know if it has a date on here. When it was made. Just that it was made in USA, made in Shelburne, Vermont. It doesn't have the tag on him like the other one did that I had earlier, but I was like, wow, this guy. The prices were all over the place on this guy in eBay, all over the place. And so I said, I'm gonna lowball it and we'll go from there. I see Chris at 10. Thank you, Chris. And so yeah, crazy. I mean, it's like I say, and this is used. Obviously, it's not new. So I thought, we'll put it out there and see if anybody wants it, and we'll give them a good deal on it. I think, like I say, go take a picture of this and go look out there on Google Lens or whatever you use, and you'll see what the crazy people think they're going to get for this thing. I don't think they will, but. I say one of the tie pieces I want to show you. I have a tie thing. Somebody was asking $700 for it, and I says, "Oh, come on! Everybody else was in a much more reasonable range." It's like, this is crazy. But, yeah, he's very cute. But boy, the blue that's coming out is it's the word azure. What I'm looking for. It's not as what you see on the camera on my video anyway. Looks on my screen. Is this deeper looking color blue than what he really is. It's not that he's a light blue, but it's not aqua. It's more. It's almost, I want to say silvery, but not quite. It's very interesting. But okay, we're gonna say going once and going twice. And the last call. Excuse me. And sold to Chris for $10. You must, Chris. I agree. You do have a rather what have you have gotten from me in the past. It's been rather interesting. Okay. Jewelry. Okay, this is an old piece we had for quite a long time. And I don't honestly know what the stone is. I'm almost thinking it's sodalite, but I don't think so. It's too deep a color, and it's banded. I'm guessing it's some kind of an agate, probably. And so I'm going to do the same thing I did last week. For those that weren't here, I'll explain. I've got two different necklaces that I'm going to give with this. Both are silver plated. They're both marked 925, but I know for sure this one's silver plated. This one, the source called it 925, but it's not. Neither one of them are magnetic. But I'm in the snake type here. I'm don't know for sure, so I'm going to say it's silver plated, even though it is marked 925 on it. And then the stone. So it's your choice of necklace, either the chain style or the snake style, and the stone pendant, and on the bail. The bail, I don't know. This is old enough that we've had in our collection for quite some time. It could be silver. It may not be. Excuse me. So I'm going to call this the blue agate pendant with necklace with silver plate necklace. Now, for your choice, I can't remember what I was doing last week when I did these. Let me see if I got my list handy. What was I getting for these? 9, I think. Looks like 9. So we'll do that. We'll stick. I'll try to be consistent here. We'll start the bit at 9. Oops, misspelled pendant. You know what I meant though. Excuse me. I got to mute for a second while I cough. Okay, I'm back. All right. So there it is, the blue, and the color's coming up pretty true on my screen of what it really looks like. Now, I know that some stones actually get heat treated sometimes to get the color to change, but I don't think that's the case here. It could be wrong. It could be the possibility. When they heat treat them, it does change the color. Okay. I was thinking lapis at first, but the banding, I don't recall if lapis has banding like that. I'd have to look it up. I just haven't been in. It's been too many years away from doing this kind of thing to, in my memory, it's not what it used to be. Okay. I should go dig out that little stone kit you bought last week. It has a card on it with all the stones. Probably could have used it to identify it. It's not here. It's in my other room. Okay. I am going to have one ring tonight. And I forgot to size it, so let me check that real quick. Looks like it's about a 7.5, 7 3/4, 7.5. Okay, no interest in that. That's fine. So I have this ring. And, oops, let me get that off the screen. I can get it up close here so you can see. So I've got that little crystal in the center. I did not test it, or if I did test it, I did a long time ago. But I don't think it's a diamond. I think it's a crystal. The clarity is just not there for a diamond. And on the inside, It is a 7.5. I'm going to get my loop out here and I can read it correctly. There's writing in there. I'll try to see if I can get that. Maybe I may. You can see there's some writing in there. Oh, that's not going to show correctly. Oh, maybe I will. Nope, let's go for it. Let me see if I can get the writing oriented here. I can see which way it is on my look, but it's marked 14K THGE and LIND. Okay. Let's just get the size and have an idea what it looks like. I'm really suspicious of this ring, but I'm gonna start this out at like $7. Oops, I misspelled that. I mean, I hit the shift key and not the shift key. It's 7.5. Okay, and let me see if I can get the writing in there. You can see the writing in there. There. Oh, perfect. I even got it right side up. I mean, the quality seems to be okay. You can get it to focus. I'm trying to trick my camera here. There you go. You can see what it says, right? There it is. Like I said, I'm a little suspicious of it, so I'm not asking what I would normally ask for. What I would be a gold filled or gold electroplate ring. Normally I'd ask a little more, not a lot more, but it is in nice shape, and it's 7.5, which is a pretty common size for a lot of people. And the crystal it's in is pretty decent. I know I'm not selling this very well, am I? But like I said, I'm trying to keep the expectations to a reasonable level here. Okay. No interest in the ring. That's fine. It's the only ring I think I was going to show tonight anyway. All right. Where am I here? Oh, we got another little all leather bag, purse, hand bag. Banana Republic. It says it's an all leather exterior, 100% cow leather. I mean, I say how they say that, but then the interior is obviously this is not leather, but it is Banana Republic, and it's I wouldn't call it. I don't know if I'd call it pink, but it's kind of a shade of pink. I'm trying to get this to stand up so I can put the camera on it. There we go. So it's just a little satchel handbag. I don't know what you call it. Not satchel. What is the word I'm trying to look for here? Republic. It's not a wallet. Bigger than a wallet. Satchel is not the right word. I'm going to call it a bag for now because I don't know what else to call it. We'll start the bid at $5. It's in pretty good shape. I can see. I don't see any damage on the edges, which is usually what you see. A little wear right there on the corner. And the zipper works. The one zipper pouch that's in there. They didn't leave anything behind. It's got one of those types of clasp on the top. So it's supposed to look like an alligator skin, I guess. It's cowhide, according to the label anyway. There's a really tight little pocket in there. Oh no. Mm-mm. Well, you know, Chris. That's funny. You know, it's one thing about the comments when I'm doing it on my computer is I can't put in emojis. It won't let me. I can do the thing like this. And it might convert it to an emoji, but I'm not sure. It's kind of interesting. That's the wink emoji. But yeah, it's interesting as a host, and I can post a comment, but it doesn't give me an option to post any kind of emoticon. So yes, Cassandra, I agree. LOL. Well, that's okay. We have to protect Chris. Okay. No interest in the Banana Republic bag. That's all right. We'll pass on that. And let's go to some earrings again. I have quite a few earrings tonight, so it's like last week. I had quite a few earrings last week as well. And these are shepherd hooks again. Silver and blue hearts. Oh, I did it again to myself. I keep doing this. So I type it in here. Silver and blue heart earrings. And we'll start these at $6. I did not see any markings on them. They are silver tone, as far as I can tell. And it's like an enamel, blue enamel on silver tone, on silver tone material. So, give you an idea what they look like here. I didn't see any markings on them. My wife didn't either. So, that's why I call it a silver tone. Okay, put that so you can get a better idea of the color and everything there. I'm probably going to have to do some kind of a liquidation sale at some point. And when I say that, I mean things are going to go cheap, just to get rid of it. And I will let you know in advance as much as I can when that comes to fruition. Okay. I'm looking around, make sure I'm getting everything I want to get. Okay. All right, we'll pass on that. Oh, yeah. Let's do... I don't remember this one. Just like that. Okay, I have I had some stud earrings before. Let me get these off the screen. And these are similar to the ones I showed just a little while ago, but the stone color is different. These are gold tone, like rose gold tone again. This time the crystal in the center is kind of a pink slash, to me, orangey kind of look to it. I'll take it off the card. Again, these are the gold tone post earrings. Oh, I think just do it. Something here. There we go. There we go. Clicked on something I wasn't supposed to. Tone, post, and I'm going to call them with pink crystal earrings. We'll start these at $6. I think that was the last for the other ones. I'm going to take it off the card again, just to see if putting it against the white background brings out the color better. See this? There's the other one was more of a clear. This has got some color to it. Again, they're very kind of a rose gold color. Really, I call it gold tone, but it's really kind of more of a rose gold color. No markings. Not that there's a lot of place to put a marking on there. But, focus now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What do we do here? Oh, I got one. Oh yeah, almost forgot about that too. So I do have a lot of non-earring stuff tonight compared to the last couple of weeks. And this next item is really large. Really nice piece of material. And with school just around the corner, probably a good thing to show. All right, we'll pass on these. Now I'm going to set the camera up for this guy. Let's see if I can get it up here. This is a backpack. Made by Longaberger, the same company that makes the baskets. I actually met a woman who worked for them, and she had a bunch of stuff. So this is a Longaberger backpack. This is really well made. I have no idea what this is worth. I should have looked this up. So I'm going to start it at $12. I think backpacks go for considerably more. But it's got a zippered pouch here on the top. This kind of clip here, clear with a little mesh bag there. There's the Longaberger thing on the zipper there, another zippered pouch here. All the zippers work really well. I think there's another zippered pouch in there. Looks like a place to put cards, maybe an ID card, pens, pencils, whatever. Look at here. And then you can probably fit a laptop or a tablet in there easily enough. And this, I don't know if that's leather or not. I was trying to find the tag on it to see if the bottom is leather. If it isn't, it's a very sturdy vinyl. I want to show you the back, the straps. The straps adjustable, of course, and another zippered pouch in the back. I look to see if they have any kind of tag in there, but I didn't see one. But really, really nice backpack. It's a kind of a tannish gold tone. Best way I can describe it. Oh, I see. This is to put the straps in. So this is a pouch. You can undo the straps, stick them in here, and then just use it as a tote. Carry it like that. So you don't have to use the. So this, you got zippered pockets everywhere on this thing. I was just trying to find out if they say what the material is, but I don't see it. There's just another thing, a little carry string there, another thing over here. Like I said, this almost feels, this bottom feels like a really heavy vinyl, or really, really rugged. And it's a web-like material. You know, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a woven nylon. The material here, I think that's what I would call it. But really nice bag, and this is really a good deal, I think. If nobody's interested, this will go on my eBay site. So, but I thought I'd give you guys a shot at it, or put it out there and find out what the real value is in this thing. But okay, so I gotta make sure I show the price on there in case Chris has to only see what's on the screen. Then I got this other. We'll save this for next. We'll do some jewelry next, and we'll do that piece next. Okay. All right. No interest in a longer burger. Not a problem. Like I said, it's a really nice piece, and I thought school just around the corner. At least it is for the kids here. Give them a shot at getting something for the kids. I know in Florida, they've already my grandniece and grandnephew have already started school this past week. So in Florida, they start really early in August, but then they end in May. So that's the difference. Here they start next Thursday, but then they end in the middle of June. So okay, all right. Alrighty. Bring the camera back. I had to bring it way back for that thing. And down, and some more earrings. And I thought I hid that. There we go. And these are also round and silver. These actually have a writing on them. Let me see if I can see something when I look here. And tell you what they say. If it is, or maybe just, well, there's something stamped there, but it's not clear. See if the other ring has it any better, or maybe it's just the leftover from the mold. But there's a definite pattern on the back, but it's not written, so nothing I could see. So let's put these back where you can see them. And these are silver, blue, and clear crystals, I guess I'll call it. Pass on this backpack. Now the silver, blue, clear earrings. And we'll start these at $5. Close again. It's a shepherd's hook style earring, I think. Yep. They look like they're little crystals and stones or something throughout there. Almost looks like sodalite. The two stones that are in there. They have that appearance of sodalite. Don't know if that's what they are, but they certainly appear like a sodalite. But I can't say that they are. Okay. And we'll do a pendant for this. These keep shifting on my computer for some strange reason here. Okay, we'll pass on that. No, I see what happened. It maxed out. I lost mine. There we go. Okay. And we will pass on these. All right. You're going to do the same deal here with the pendant. Snake necklace chain and standard chain. If I can untangle it here. There we go. And this time, it's a rather larger pendant. And I think this is rhodochrosite. Goodness. And we'll start this one at $9. I'm not sure if I spelled rhodochrosite correctly, but it's close enough. I'll show that up close. It looks like it's wrapped itself in silver or silver-plated wire. It's a more purple than what you're seeing here. Not a little, kind of a light purple, violet, whatever you want to call it. And you can see the specks in it, kind of catch the light. I learned recently that rhodochrosite is often found near lithium. A very important mineral nowadays. In fact, there's a large deposit of lithium on a mountain that was right near the camp my parents had. They are working trying to get the permits, but the state of Maine is very, very, very fussy about issuing mining permits, especially when there's a river nearby. Well, gives you an idea what this looks like. You're here, but okay. I hope that means you made it home safely. Okay. I forgot I had this. I always come across some stuff in my drawers of things that I never expect. All right, we'll pass on this pendant. Jump. Get that chain wrapped around something. There we go. Okay. How about a pin? This is a cute little pin. Oops, let me get the off the screen. Well, looks like hand painted cat pin. Ooh, what did I just do? Oh, that was weird. Okay. We'll start the cat pin at $5. Close look at him. Little green eyes, gold tone head, wearing a yellow coat with a black bow tie and a yellow body. No markings on it that I can see. I almost think this is vintage, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a bead or something inside there. Looks like. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, well, I'll figure it out afterwards. So he's about inch and a half in length. So no markings that you can see. There's some kind of silver, some kind of little bead in there. I'll have to figure out what that is. Okay. We will pass on him. I think that's the only pin I had time. What do I have left? For? Did I do these? No. No, I didn't do these. Okay, here's another set of round earrings. It's kind of a, and there's the back. And there's a pattern. There we go. Pattern on the inside, kind of like a flowery pattern. You know, I wouldn't call it flower, but it's and I'm just going to call these round earrings with pattern. You got to put some kind of description so I can. Somebody emails me later, I'll know what they're talking about. We'll start this at $5. Again, it's this style of clasp. I did not see any other markings on them. I didn't even check them to see if they were magnetic. Show you what the front and back looks like here. It's interesting. When I put my hand there, it brings the pattern up better. It tricks that camera. It's interesting. I'll have to remember that trick. Not that I can leave my hand there all night, but it gives you an idea what that looks like. Okay. This. Got one more teddy bear. I'm trying to see who makes this one. Okay, we'll pass on the earrings. Just make sure I didn't forget something I really, really want to show. Okay. All right, another teddy bear. Let's back the camera up for this guy. This one is a House of, this one has a tag. House of Lloyd, all stuffed up. And as you can see, he's got a little plastic fake thermometer here. The camera up there better. There. I don't know much about this guy. I never even looked this one up. So we'll start him at $7. Got a little sweater. Nice little knit sweater, actually. You use a little cleaning. There's a little bit of dust on him. Not too bad. I could brush a lot of it off actually, just with my hand from wherever he was. Got little slippers on there. He's not an articulated one like the teddy bear ones we had. So he's got that, and he's got his tag from the House of Lloyd. Let me see if I can get that on camera for you here. Hang on a second. There we go. And it's from 1998, House of Lloyd. I believe it says it's actually made in Korea, South Korea. Cutie, little cutie guy. Sort of something you give to someone who's not well, maybe as a gift. Okay, while that's up there, let me check my jewelry here. All right, we'll do these next. And I did find one more necklace. Okay. Excuse me, I get another sip of water. Okay, we will pass on him. And show one more necklace. I actually got a couple items left after this necklace, and we're going to call it a night. Okay. So this is it's a heart-shaped pendant, and it's got this kind of a look to it. I don't know what you call that. Is that not? That's not dichroic. It's Aurora Borealis, maybe type thing on there. I'm just going to keep my description simple. I'm just going to call this a heart-shaped pendant on chain, and fix my typos here. We'll start this at $4, just to see if anybody's interested in something like this. There's the chain that it comes on. You can idea the chain, type of chain it is, and it's a long chain. I'm going to say that's got to be close to 28 to 30 inches. And there's the clasp for it. No markings. Okay. Oh, I showed this before too. I'm going to show this one after the earrings. Okay, no interest in this guy. That's fine. We'll pass. And let's do the earrings next. These are just no. These are just the dark black beaded earrings. I'm going to call them. Oops, give me this message here. And then a shepherd's hook. And we'll start these at $4. If there's any interest. Take it off there and just show it on my hand in case the flesh tone does accentuate it a little better, I think, sometimes. You hold that better. There. See how it hangs? Okay. They're kind of a faceted bead. And the next piece I'm going to show, I think I showed a couple weeks ago. Okay, we'll pass on that. Oops. So, pass. And I had this dichroic piece. I think I showed this before. It's kind of a three-dimensional dichroic on a silver-plated chain. We'll start this at 9. This one's kind of three-dimensional. Very interesting piece. Clear glass. This is very not typical of dichroic. Usually they're a solid piece. Kind of an abstract piece, I would call it, maybe. Okay. I remember, for those who have stayed with me through this, I mentioned in the beginning, there's one of the Thai bayers I've got that somebody was asking in the hundreds of dollars for, which is ridiculous. They would claim it's rare, or there's something different about this one, but I always have my doubts about that kind of thing. All right, we'll pass on this one. So let's show you the one I'm talking about. This is from 1999. It's called The End Bear. Let me bring the camera up so you can see. Let's do it this way. Maybe that's better. It's a little too far away. Get the glare off of there. We'll start this at $5. No, I know what a reasonable price is for these on eBay. This is from McDonald's, so you can see the McDonald's logo there next to my phone. The end. All good things come to an end. It's been fun for everyone. Peace and hope, and never gone. Love you, and I'll say so long. Is this the end of their promotion? Maybe that's what it was. It was part of a collection. Teeny Beanie Babies in 2000. So I guess it was the last one of the series. Well, this one's in mint condition, really, it is. Okay. What do I have left for jewelry? Anything left to show? I could do one more necklace here. Okay. Yes, black. Definitely black color. Yep. Black with a gold bow tie. So he was the last of this. If you look at the series of collections they had, one of the ones they had, he was the last one. That's why it's called The End. So, yeah. So, all right, we'll pass on that. And one other pendant. I don't know if I showed this one last week or not. Same deal here. Choice of chain. And this one's an amethyst wrapped. Let me get the message on the screen. I think I've shown this. I can't remember. I had a few of these, so. And we'll start this at $9, same as the others. Here's the amethyst. And you have a choice of a snake chain or a what I would call a regular chain. They're both marked 925, but like I said, I know this one's silver plate. I'm pretty convinced that this one is as well, even though they're both marked 925. So yeah, put my hand there really does trick the camera into showing the color better. That's pretty accurate, at least on my screen. So that's pretty cool. I have to remember that. I wish I'd known this months ago. Okay. Now, just in that, I got one last collectible item I'm going to show, I think. Oh, I have two. But I'll tell you what, I'll show them both, and then we'll go from there, if there's any interest. So we'll pass on this. And for these other two items, I need to back the camera up again. Let's go with the biggest one first. And let's see if I can get this to stay. Anybody? I think this is a repro. I can't say that it's an original. Let me get rid of this message on screen. And pull the light away so it's not quite so. There we go. The back is labeled. It says from 1973 Coke tray. And I know what they were asking for. So, oops, why did I not hide one? I said hide that. So, 1973 Coke tray. Now, is it a little beat up? Oh, yeah. The edges are a little rough. There's some missing paint there. You know, it's a little rough shape, but you know, it's not perfect. But you know, for something that's 50 years old, yeah, 52 years old, that's not bad actually. And it's been kicking around. I can tell you that now from where I got it. So I'm gonna say, shoot, what did I just do? Tray. I'm going to start the bidding on this one at $15. I think that's low. I mean, I know what they were asking for it before, and it was at least more than twice that. And that's an old sticker that's on this thing from whoever had this before me. But I'll leave the sticker on there for whoever buys it. So you can see what they were asking. And okay. And we're going to wrap up the night here pretty soon. I got one more item to show you. I think I'm done on the jewelry. Yes, I think so. I'm looking around just to make sure. I think some of these I showed last week. I'm just going to make sure I don't show them. I could show them again, I guess, but nope. Oh, I don't know if I showed this last week or not. I do have one more piece of jewelry. I think I showed last week, but I'm not sure. I may have had the matching earrings for this necklace too. Okay, no interested in the tray. We're going to pass on that. Now we'll go up on eBay. This one necklace, and this is stone. I don't. Let me see if my magnet will tell me what this is. Okay, so I don't think it's hematite. And it's a gold tone links in between. This almost looks like some of the pieces I had from the estate. Maybe this is one of the ones that was from the estate and it just got mixed up with my stuff. But this is pretty long. I'd say 26 to 28 inches anyway. It is stone. Guaranteed these are stone. But what stone they are, I don't know. So I'm just going to call this a Blackstone necklace. We'll start this at $9. It's easy winning number tonight. Again, let me show it to you. They drilled into the end of the stone. It's about polished. You see Marlini at 9. Okay, you'll say going once. Going twice. Oops, going twice. Let's try a G instead of H. Going twice. Fat fingering it tonight for some reason. Last call. Excuse me. Sold Marlin for $9. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Write that down. I don't know if I got that all of Chris's stuff down either. I gotta do that. I'm really bad about this tonight. And okay. One last item for the night. Another collectible, I call a collectible item. You write your name down here while I set this up. You got a little Fitz and Floyd piece. I said I was going to show a couple Christmassy items, and the Grinch thing was one, and this is the other. And Snowflake and Jake. I guess, yeah. These are, I think, I don't know if these were ever, I mean, they may have been taken out of the box, but it doesn't describe what they are. I had to look these up, and they're what they said they were. Look in the box. We'll open it together here, and it's been opened, but I guess they're just figurines. Yeah, handcrafted, Fitz and Floyd. So they were in the original box, but I guess I'm just taking them out because I'm not sure what condition they're in. Okay. And they look brand new. They've never been touched. I guess they're just decoration. Fitz and Floyd. Cute. Hey, cool. Hey, Amy. Nice to see you. Excuse me. I'm getting a dry throat tonight for some reason. I'm thinking my allergies are really killing me tonight. All right. Oh, why don't we start these guys at $7? That's the number that pops my head. They're brand new, I think. I mean, it's the original packaging and everything. And they don't. I looked at them. I don't see any like they've been dinged or chipped or anything like that. So, or any paint chipped off them or anything. So I see. Hey, Amy, we're at 7. Oh, and Marlene. Amy came in first at 7. Marlene, you're right behind. Really, really close. So the next bid would be 8, which is an interest. Going any higher. Yes, they are adorable. Like I say, the packaging is all there. So So it could be easy ship. I'll wrap them. I'll probably wrap them in bubble wrap before I stick them back in the box. But because they're just in the box loose, that's not good enough for me. So, Amy, we haven't been with summer and everything. We haven't been watching as many of the auctions. So I assume you've had some of. I don't know, but you're out. Okay, we'll say going once. Thanks for letting me know, Marlene. Going twice. Last call. Can't type tonight. Thank you, Amy. And that is, you caught us at the tail end because I have to get up to go to work in the morning, so I don't go late most times. So I usually keep it to it. But you're welcome to go back and look and see if there's anything you're interested in, of course. And I think that is it. I'm looking around just to make sure that I didn't forget something, and I think I got it all. Oh, I did have one more bag. Oh, I did have one more purse. Just kind of off to the side. Let me put these away properly. And just have separated the cardboard on the inside here. So makes it easy to put them away. There. Okay. Let me write Amy's name down before I forget. Thank you. I did have one more bag. I have a bin, 2 bins actually, full of purses and bags. I did come. I've had this one before in the past. I think I forget to just show it again. And I'm gonna let this go for a song. So this is a relic bag, really nice big tote. There's the little tassels on the straps. The inside says "Stop and Smell the Roses" relic. So and the little cotton or vinyl lining. I'm not sure which it is. Right. So there's the other side. Let me just hold that up there like that. Okay. Yeah, it's in really good shape, Marlene. I'll show a better for a minute here. Let me just set it down for a second, and I can type. Tote. Oh, let's start this one really good. Let's give you a really good deal. I think this is a good deal. How about $7? We'll start it at 7. See if anybody's interested at 7. We'll show you the inside. So like I said, there's the label they have in here. Stop and Smell the Roses relic. There's usually a tag inside of these things that tells you what the material is, but oh, there it is. No, just says relic on it. And it does have a little information on the other side. Man-made materials, blah, 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 style number, all that kind of stuff, made in China, of course. Not intended for children, 12 and under. Really? Okay. Little zipper pocket, of course, here. And there, and two zipper pockets, and looks like a place to put keys or something like that. And then it has 2 pockets on the outside. Good place to put your cell phone or something like that, I suppose. The bottom looks pretty clean. Kind of a purplish color, I would call it. You say my camera tends to trick me with the color here sometimes, but it's kind of what it is. So I see Amy at 7. Yeah, it is a little bird pattern in there. Yep. So we'll say going once. Excuse me. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Amy for $7. And let me write that down. Yeah, I decided to dig into my bins of purses and just, you know. Oh, thanks, Marlene. Have a good night yourself. Now I'm done, I think. Right. I'm just looking at the bin I had behind me and looking at the toys I had earlier, and I think I got them all. Yep. So, but again, like I say, feel free, of course, to go back and look at previous things and email me. I will try and get the. I will probably next week, next Thursday. I've moved from Wednesdays to Thursdays because my work schedule's changed. I get up early Thursday mornings and staying up late on Wednesdays, and then having to get up at 6 o'clock on Thursday morning just wasn't working. I did get up at 6 o'clock this morning, but I can handle a long day, but not a short night. So, and we have a new puppy. So for those that missed my earlier videos, we have a new puppy that's 16 weeks old now, 17 weeks. She'll be, yeah, because it'll be 4 months in the 27th. So yeah, but and she's a handful, more of a handful than any other dog we've ever owned. So maybe that's just my age showing. But anyway, let me switch cameras here. But yeah, I have at least two full bins of purses, I think. I just grabbed what I thought were 3 good ones off the top of the. I grabbed I had this other one I showed earlier, this little handmade one that's all cloth, all cotton, and this little leather thing from Banana Republic that I had earlier. I think those are, and the Longaberger backpack. So she's a Jack Russell. What's the other one? Blue Heeler, or often called catalog from mix. And she was a rescue from Texas. So we had to ship her up from Texas to Vermont. And we got her 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, something like that. She was 14 weeks old, 13 weeks, something like that, yeah. Supposedly housebroken, but not really. Well, I think the 3-day trip from Texas really messed her up. So I did post a video, I think, on my YouTube channel on my shorts of her playing with our other 3-year-old mix we have. Oh yeah. The Blue Heelers. She looks more Jack Russell than Blue Heeler. If you watch I have a very short video out there on my channel of her playing with our other dog. But that was that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I got to put a new video out to show her how much she's grown. She's getting better. It's a lot of work to train her, but we're getting there. We'll get there eventually. So she's housebroken now. So she's only had a few accidents the first week, but she's doing well. Now we just got to fix on some of her bad habits that she seems to have acquired, but we'll work on it. She came from a hoarding situation. The woman had 40 dogs. So, yep. So crazy. But she gets along really well with our Basset mix. Yes, very smart. Gets along with our Basset mix really well. They love playing together. So, yeah. So, yeah, we have a Basset, I guess, Corgi mix is the way to look at her. And So they're doing fine. No, but I need to get some rest. It's late, and I have to get up to go to work tomorrow, but not as early, thankfully. So you all have a blessed good night and a great weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday, Lord willing. I think, yes, Thursday's the 28th. Yeah. So that shouldn't be an issue. And I'll bring some more purses and some more jewelry and some more collectibles and some toys too. I did bring some toys tonight, not a lot, and we'll get there. So, but right now I'm just dealing with allergies. It's the worst time of year for me, so it makes me tired. But yes, you too, Amy. It's nice to see you in the chat, and thank you for everything tonight, and thank you for everybody for everything tonight. And I promise I will. I have apologized already, but I will get the invoices out soon. I promise. All right. Good night.